Yeah. Coming from the best seats in town, the cheap seats.
Cheap seat. The seats are cheap, but the beer's expensive, Mike.
It's expensive. It is always expensive.
Yeah, you go to them games, be like $13 for a Bud Light, Miller Lite. Shit crazy. What's up with your dog? Last week of the 24, we here.
Yeah, finally done with this year. Throw it in the trash can.
Trash this shit. Even though we killed it, trash it. Trash it. Yeah.
Well, what a crazy ass week in football. The NFL went nuts. There was some bowl games. I mean,
Not bad.
I mean, man.
Yeah, it was kind of sleepy weekend. It's either clinch, motherfuckers is clinching. I'm gonna say pause before I say this, Mike, because that word clinch. You either clinching or you going home. You going home. It's either one. You know what I mean?
Pretty much. I mean, we're not gonna really stick on any game in particular. We're just gonna run through scores. You know, hell yeah, normal guy. Yeah, you on Christmas break probably till the 6th.
What's up, normal guy? Ass can. That's a good one, normal guy. Ass can Mondays.
Well, you know, on Christmas you had the Chiefs beating on the Steelers.
Whooping.
The Ravens beat the living dog shit out of the Texans. I mean, that was just embarrassing as all hell gets out.
Just terrible, man. Terrible.
Just terrible.
Yeah, you got it. Y'all about to be the Charles Barkley, but you got it. Terrible. The Texans, man, they just, bro, between the Texans, the Falcons, the Cardinals, they just blew it. The Steelers, squealers. Oh, damn.
I mean, you look at it like this. I feel like the Texans packed it in and said, hey, we're just going to get ready for the playoffs. They already locked it in. They locked the division up. They don't got to do shit. They're in. They know they're not going to move up seeding wise. They're going to be the 4th seed. So it's almost like they packed it in, said, hey, we're going to chill out. That's it. That's the end of this.
Yeah. And then that Tank Dell injury just did him dirty.
Oh, yeah. Well, that screwed with everybody on the team, especially CJ, because that's his best friend.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was shit show.
Yeah, this week was this week was brutal, man. It was a brutal week for football, but it was some good games. But yeah, a lot of people packing it in.
I mean, Saturday was full of sleepy time, except for the second half of the Broncos-Bengals game. And then Bro Nix and Joey B decide to light this show right the hell up, and they go back and forth, up and down the field, into overtime. And I mean, damn.
The best thing, that game, I missed the end of that, but that was a show. But the best thing about that Texans game was that, and Baltimore was the Beehive. Like, yo, Beyonce at halftime. That was the most exciting part. That shit was boring.
I didn't even watch any of it. I didn't watch not a damn thing. Once I saw the score when I actually did get a chance, I was like, nah, I'm not turning that shit on.
Man, the Beyonce concert had more fireworks than the Texans and then the whole Texans offense, bro. That shit was terrible. Terrible. But you know what? That was a good time to get that noggin.
Yeah, I was just about to say a good noggin time. I got that noggin.
Yo, motherfuckers was like, that's the funniest shit of the year. That shit was hard. That motherfuckers was loving that shit. Like, I don't know if y'all check
that shit on open mic. He was like, he was talking about the 5 things you'd have. You nice chick, like, man, so get the noggin season.
Gotta get the nog. You know, Felicia be getting embarrassed. She'd be like, oh, she grab her drink when I start talking about the nog. She'd be like, time to drink.
She gonna get real embarrassed when I get on there.
Saturday, Mike's making his debut on the open mic. We talking relationships.
Oh, we talking talking the good old relationships. Yeah, that's
the relationship. That old, hey, y'all want to know about that old school loving? Come Saturday, 8
old
p.m. Mike.
school loving Saturday on the open mic.
Yeah, Mike might get into your DJ late night DJ voice. Yo, late night.
I'll be on that open mic Saturday at 8 o'clock. Be
Yeah.
ready to talk that old school loving.
And just if I mess up any of your bobbing and weaving, just keep on listening. Yeah, but yeah, kind of. Yeah, some good games tonight. You know, I don't know what. Well, you say you're going through, man, and then the Seattle Bears game. Like, what the hell was that, bro?
Well, hold on, we jumping ahead here. Let's hit Saturday first. What's up, Matt Henry? Let's hit Saturday. Look, you had the Chargers and the Patriots, and I mean that was just sleepy time for real. That was noggin time for real. You had the Chargers blowing them the hell out 40-7. I mean, come on now. Chargers clinched. They in the playoffs.
Yeah, let's go. I like to see that. We like to see that.
We already talked about the Bro Nix and Joey B going at it in the second half of that game. That was absolutely crazy. I mean, Bro showed you that he gonna be here for a while. He gonna show you, I come back. We gonna go back and forth, and I'll go with the best of them. Yep. And he sure in hell did. His team let him down on the end with that last drive, but that defense. I mean, it took T. Higgins in that miraculous catch for them to go down that field and score that game-winning touch.
It's good to see Bro Nix can go hand to hand and foot to foot with Joe Burrow. That's nice to see.
Oh yeah, one of the best. I mean, if it wasn't for his shitty record, that's the MVP.
Yeah.
And then you had another sleepy ass one. It was Rams Cardinals, and I'm pissed off about this game because I did something that I like to do from time to time when I bet. You know, I took the Cardinals in the 6.5 points. And I took the money line with the Rams saying they're going to win. They're just not going to win by the 6.5. So I'm going to take the 6.5. And I took the over. I'm like, yeah, this is going to cakewalk. These motherfuckers didn't know how to score the damn. What? No tutties, nothing. Field goals. They had one touchdown. All field goals. It's trash, straight garbage.
Trash. Just like Atlanta last night. Trash, buddy. Laying eggs. They out here laying eggs, bro. Playoffs on the line, laying eggs.
And what would he have next? Well, on the Sunday, then we went.
Oh,
first game, you had the Cowgirls, the Cowboys.
Yeah.
First show, Eagles, and that was another sleeper pretty much, but it was the backups. It was Kenny Pickett.
Yeah. We beat the break. They beat the brakes off them with the second and third.
Busted that ass. The only thing that pissed me off in that game was Barkley did not get a damn touchdown, but somehow Kenny Pickett got a goddamn rushing touchdown. Shit pissed me off.
101 yards away from the all-time Eric Dickerson record.
Oh, yeah, he ready. And see, that right there, he going to hit that shit this coming up weekend. They should give him the MVP. That's a record that's been sitting there forever. Come on now. I don't know. I don't know how they don't. But
you have to. But like you said, Joe Burrow, if Joe Burrow gets in the playoffs, he got it. Maybe you give Joe Burrow Offensive Player of the Year. Maybe, you know what? We thought Saquon had it down with the MVP, but the way Joe Burrow's playing, you either have to give Saquon the Offensive Player of the Year, and then if Burrow gets in the playoffs, you might have to give Burrow the MVP. Yeah, like Burrow got to get at least, if they get in the playoffs, Burrow has to get at least MVP or Offensive Player of the Year, either one.
I don't know if he can get in. He might be able to get in. Miami beat the Browns, so I think that put him. Let
me take a look.
Let's take a little bit. But I mean, I was looking at the MVP rankings. It's Josh Allen, then Lamar, then Joey B, then Saquon. It's like, hold on, how the hell you had a guy that's about to bust his record up on a winning team all the way in fourth when, to be honest, he should be above all of them for what he's done.
Well, I will give Josh Allen a lot of credit and a lot of props. We've been nogging. We've been talking. We came up with the nog because of Josh Allen. So 13-3, Mike, this matching the Eagles record. They both got the same record. So I could see them giving Josh Allen the MVP because none of us thought this team was going to be that good. But then I could see them giving the Offensive Player. But to me, if you break an all-time record like Eric Dickerson, You just and your team's records up there with the best of them.
Yeah.
You deserve to get both MVP and offensive player. But I could see them giving Josh MVP and then giving Saquon OPOY. I could see that.
Yeah, well, I think that's
some bullshit. I'm with you. Saquon needs to take all trophies home for real for that.
It does. It's a quarterback award is what the MVP is, and I hate that. I hate how that is. It's like all awards are just hype awards anymore. I mean, if you really look at it, because you know the college awards are the same. Where Heisman, dude, Gentry should have won. Genty should have won that. The running back from Boise State should have won that. He blew records out. I mean, when Mark Ingram won the Heisman, dude, Genty's records are like double his. His stats were double his.
Yeah.
I mean, Travis Hunter's a dog. Don't get me wrong on both sides of the ball, but it should have been Genty's to win. I mean, he won the popular vote. He won all the other shit. It should have been. Yeah. I mean,
Travis, Travis Hunter, the two-way player, the Deion effect, the Colorado effect. None of that shit should have. Yeah, you're right, though. I'm saying you're right. That's the only reason why he got it. Deion, Colorado, two-way player. But stats-wise, it wasn't even close. It really wasn't close.
Not at all. Not at all.
But, Mike, we doing our own trophy season Thursday. I mean? Off Thursday. The rails. We having our players and coaches and players of the year special. Best show of the year, Mike. One of them.
Best show. We're gonna give you everything. It'll be the new year.
It'll be the new year. We started.
It'll be a brand new year.
I'm calling it 20 quarter. This is the 20 quarters year right here. 20
quarter, fell.
20. Let me get 2 Black and Miles and a 20 quarter. Yeah.
I got 20 quarter. Give me 20 quarter on pump one.
You want 225 out, 2,025 gallons on pump one.
Man, I want it all on there.
Yes, sir. We here. New year. Sam Darnold balling.
Listen, hey, I put that fucking Jay put something up about these 4 quarterbacks, straight dogs, blah, blah, blah. I said, man, you got to put Sam Darnold in this conversation. The dude's got 4,153 yards. He's thrown for 35 touchdowns. He's got 12 interceptions. That's a little high. But, I mean, he's winning games. His record's 14-2. I mean, the dude is just balling the hell out.
Now, Mike, this one I'm going to ask you, though. Normal guy, right? I had him on the fantasy. We all know Sam Darnold should get a contract. But, Mike, real talk. Is this Sam Darnold or is this because he's on the Vikings? Can you throw Kirk Cousins on this offense and he do the same thing? Is it more that he just lucked up and got on the right team? Or is it Sam Darnold actually getting better?
That could be said for anybody, but is Jalen Hurts putting up all them numbers with the weapons he's got?
Fact. That's a fact.
I mean,
not passing touchdowns. You're right.
And then I'm just saying, if you look at Baker lost Evans and Godwin for how long, and he's still putting up numbers. Then you got Evans back doing his thing. I think it's both. I think, and there was a picture of Sam and Baker in Carolina. I feel like they both had to go through that transition, be humbled, go through the trash, and then they came out, and now they're better for it.
Let me ask you something. Does Deshaun Watson put up numbers like this on his Vikings team?
I don't know if Deshaun Watson is even on the Vikings team. They'd be like, who the hell is this dude? Get this trash can the fuck out of here.
Trash. What did normal guys say? I got to scroll back up. Ass can. Look.
Ass can Watson. That's what his new name is.
I just wanted to ask. Now, okay. Now that right there, that statement you made right there, I know you a Browns, you love the Browns, but you politically correct in this commentating. You're not gonna hold no punches. So that means that Sam Darnold, you're right. He gets credit for doing what he's doing with the Vikings because a guy like Deshaun Watson wouldn't have half of those stats on that.
No, I mean, look, Sam's always had the arm. He's always had the accuracy. He's always had the arm. Well, not the accuracy because he throws interceptions. He's always had the arm. He's got the IQ. He needed the right system with the right guys around him, and he's got it. And what's funny is everyone's like, well, he's got the jet. Most of these games, the jet's not the one with most yards or multiple touchdowns. It's Adson or Hawkinson or the fucking dude that nobody knows doing the thing. So it's not just the jet being there. So it's a different story. You can't just say that, you know? I mean, the jet does add to it. But Darnold is a dog. He's just a straight dog right now.
Hey, it's good to see Darnold back because he was a high draft pick. And it's time to roll out. They got to at least give him 2-3 years, man. They got to.
Dude, if I'm the Vikings, I don't even worry about JJ. I tell JJ, hey man, you go ahead and rest on up. Because when you come back, you're gonna sit down anyways, and you're gonna watch this man and learn where he came from, what he did and went through to get where he's at now. And Sam is gonna coach you up while he's doing his thing, and then eventually, yes, you will take the hell over.
And then what is he like? He's not even 30 yet, right? He's not 30 yet, is he? Sam? Because he spent like what?
Close to it. Sam might be 28.
Yeah, but if you under 30, and he really ain't even hit his prime yet, for real.
I mean, this could be it. I mean, that could be a whole thing. You might trade JJ. You don't know how this will work out for this situation, but you're gonna let Sam ride this one out, and then you're gonna sign him. You're gonna give him $30 million a year, $35 million a year. You're gonna do it.
And that's on Thursday. We're gonna say our awards. I think one of my coach of the years is that Vikings coach, man. He did a hell of a job with him.
Hey, we're gonna talk about that Jets game here in a minute. But let me go to Deshaun Watson real quick. The Browns, Andrew Berry and them got a restructured deal on the table where it took money, moved it, changed everything around, so it freed a lot of money up. So he's 27, normal guy says. So
yeah, that's young.
Spend some money. They still got to pay Deshaun all the way into like 28, I think, or in 27 they can cut him.
Damn.
But here, I was thinking about this. What if you came up with a whole thing like right now, the way the draft's looking? If the Titans win this coming up week, say the Titans win. Who else? Say the Patriots win. Because again, they're playing teams that they could just mail it in. I mean, Houston mails it in. They're done. Yeah. It's the week before, mail it in. Buffalo, sitting everybody. These two teams could win, right? If those two teams win, the Browns get the number 1 overall pick.
Damn.
If the Browns get the number 1 overall pick, what if they convince somebody, say, hey, we'll give you this pick and a second rounder, you got to take Deshaun right now. And his contract, take him right now. Would people be like, you know what, to get out from underneath that money for the next 3 years, I would gladly get away from it. Right. They can have all the money in the world freed up. You can go give the money to whoever. Bring Kirk Cousins or whoever the hell in. Say, hey, you're going to be here for right now. Miles, we got money. We're going to do what we can do. Garrett Wilson wants traded. If Aaron Rodgers ain't there, we can maybe go get Garrett Wilson, put him with Judy. Again, bring in just a QB just to sit here and chill out. Draft the QB later on in the draft if you want to. And then next year, if we got a high pick again, or if we got something, we can get a real quarterback. But that would just get rid of that money, and we could just be freed up. Done.
I can see a lot of teams taking that package. Hell yeah, like Deshaun. It's obvious what Deshaun is. He can't go can't go to another team and demand a number 1 spot. He can't.
I mean, and you look at it like, because there's some teams out there that got a lot of money, and the Patriots could be one of them, and they could have 2 top 3 picks. Just take Deshaun and cut him, and they just pay the dead cap.
Or just make him a backup. Fuck it. Like,
you can do that, or you just pay the dead cap. You got 2 of the top 3 picks. You can get yourself Travis Hunter and get yourself fucking Genty if you wanted to, if you feel like he's that next guy. So you just now proclaimed yourself a hell of a team. Got all your offense. Drake May's been balling out. I give it to Drake May. He's been doing his thing. Besides against them Chargers, but he does what he can. He's a rookie quarterback with nothing over there. Yeah. I don't know. There's a couple other teams that got some real money. I mean, and that could do that. Carolina might want to do that.
I could see Denver doing it. I could see Carolina doing it. I could see Jacksonville doing it.
Well, Denver did it with Russell. They're not doing it again. They're not going to take all that dead money again. So Denver won't do that. Because they had to pay all that dead money to cut Russell, and they were able to because of the owner having all that money. Yeah, we can't do that because we don't have that.
But you get those picks. Fuck the Deshaun thing. I get it. With the money.
They might be cool with that because if they would take Travis Hunter, they would take Travis and then draft whoever they wanted later on and be whatever.
Like, imagine Denver making that move and getting the best player on the board and then turning around and picking up DK Metcalf. What? That team would be crazy.
It'd be insane. But there's teams out there that have the money to do that. It's not going to happen. See?
Yeah, normal guy got the numbers.
132 million, New England. Dude, they take that.
That's a Belichick. See, that's a Belichick move. See, Mike over here in the Belichick era right now. I don't know if that's that's right down Belichick lane.
You got to take, and the
Deshaun,
owner,
cut him.
he gonna be like, hey man, I need to do something now. I want to do something now. That might be the move. You have 2 top 3 picks and another second round pick that's gonna be high. That's like when you get the first second round pick, the first pick in the second round, that's pretty much a first round pick.
Oh yeah, for sure. And nowadays, man, the fact that this is not a big quarterback driven draft, it's going to be a lot of good players, receivers.
Oh, it's a lot of defensive players going early. It's a lot of things happening in this draft. This is going to be defensive heavy.
Yeah, everybody not going to be reaching for quarterbacks this year, so it's going to be.
There's only 2 that'll go in the top 10, and then I think the rest are. That's it.
That's damn, Mike. You won your Belichick at the end of the 2-4 into the 20.
I mean, I just feel like that's just something that could possibly be talked about, but I don't know if any team will actually do it unless they truly believe maybe there's something left in Watson and they get a first and a second. Then maybe they do it just to risk it, to say, hey, at least he'll be here to see what happens.
I think teams would do it. Who wouldn't do that, Mike? At the end of the day, if you're the Patriots, the Bears, the Broncos, the Jags, why wouldn't you?
You got to get a team with money. It's got to be money there.
Yeah. The Bears don't have much money, but the problem is,
I don't think the Jags do. Like I said, Carolina, the Patriots.
Yeah.
Raiders, maybe Raiders, maybe the Raiders, and the Raiders possibly could do that too. And they'd have 2 of the top 5, 2 top 10 picks.
And if I'm the Raiders, and you already know,
you might get Genty and get Shedeur Sanders.
And you already and Dion already promoted.
Actually, to be honest, Shedeur has dropped on boards, so I don't know how to look out. You might be able to get Travis Hunter, I think, get Shedeur later on, but you're picking have both them boys on your squad.
Yeah, that and Dion promoted Shedeur to go to the Raiders already, so that's a promo.
Oh yeah, he already promoted that. But the thing is,
but I don't. Shedeur, Mike, somebody gonna reach for Shedeur. He dropping, but they gonna take him because of the name.
Shedeur put on them Giants cleats and he's lost and been trash ever since. It's crazy.
Uh-oh. Where Finesse at? Finesse about to pop up any minute. You talk about his Giants.
All right. Well, let's get Bills beat the shit out of the Jets. I mean, that's just not a question. We don't even got to talk about it. Raiders got a win, which, hey, that was great for the Browns because that made them jump out of their way.
Now, real quick, Mike, real quick on the Jets situation. Aaron Rodgers, got one more year?
1 or 2. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 1, though. He's for sure got one. Garrett Wilson doesn't want him back.
That's why I said I know you was a big fan of this defense. We didn't see none of this shit happening. We knew they weren't going to be great, but we didn't see this happening. What do you do with Aaron Rodgers at this point, Mike?
I mean, if you're them, you kind of keep him. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, like they fucked. They really fucked because you got the number one. You got your future star receiver. Don't want him. Everybody's out the building. They listen to Aaron Rodgers tell you who he wanted in there. They got how many wins. He's not gonna get any younger. The Jets are lightweight fuck because you got to respect Aaron Rodgers, but then it's just not working.
Here we go. Here, Jets, we'll give you Deshaun. You give us Rodgers. We'll throw a pick or 2 in there. It won't be the first pick, but we'll give you like maybe next year's first and a second or something. We're taking this year's first. We'll take Rodgers here for the next year or something. Let him play here. Draft whatever.
Yeah, he can.
I mean, you can't bring in Garrett Wilson because he doesn't want to play with him, so you're gonna have to go somewhere else. But
Metcalf, Metcalf.
Hey, be honest, Devontae's only on a 1-year deal. You could bring him and tell him to come sit here with Jerry Jeudy. I mean, you could do that whole situation and tell Miles, hey, we're gonna give you this. Then money gets freed all the way up after this year, and we're doing everything. But again, that's a conversation we will have in the offseason because I'm going to get real in depth with that once that real comes together after the playoffs. Raiders win 25-10. They beat the Saints. The biggest thing that happened there is Brock Bowers takes down a record that Mike Dick has set way back when with receiving yards for a rookie tight end. I mean, just buries it. Dude still got another game. And
he might be I said it weeks ago. The numbers he's putting up and the fact that he did this, I know offensive rookie of the year might go to Bo Nix, might go to Jaden Daniels, but Bowers is right there.
Bowers should be right up there because again, it's a quarterback thing. We're so finessed, or other people are so finessed. Like us real fans aren't finessed by quarterbacks. Yeah. Hey, look, we love them. They're good. They do the job. They have the ball in their hands 90% of the game. They should be doing the job. Problem is when you get somebody out there breaking records who doesn't have the ball in their hand like that, who doesn't have control on whether or not he gets stats or not, like a Brock Bowers, like a Saquon, that should automatically be like, hey, look, these dudes are crushing records that are in 50 years old type shit.
And on top of that, like you said, yeah, the quarterback is driven. Quarterback got the ball in his hand. Quarterback's expected to be the star, the leader. But you want a team where you're the number one option as a rookie, and you break, and everyone knows who's getting the rock, and then you end up breaking that record anyway. Brock Bowers got to be. I'm putting Bowers, man, second on that list. You got to decide between Jaden and Bo Nix, but Brock Bowers is right there.
He's definitely up in there doing his thing. It looks like Jaden might have cemented it the other day.
Yeah,
he might have did it yesterday. You know, he came down, won that game. But Brock definitely gets that consideration. If Bro Nix would have won that game against Cincy, that'd have been a hell of a thing. It would have been coming down to the end because he did everything. Went down the field, tied that game up. I mean, what a pass. I mean, that was a hell of a thing.
Yeah,
you got some good players coming into this league, and it's nasty.
Yeah, the future for the league is nice, especially and players that aren't like prima donnas. They workers, they hard workers. But that's like you said, Mike, that Broncos lost 55% chance of winning the playoffs. Now they're in the 7th seed. That was a big loss for Denver, but it's not over yet. They got one more week.
They play Kansas City. Kansas City may pack it in depending on how things go.
They will.
Who knows?
Yeah, they will.
Who knows? I mean, the Bills, I don't think it could happen, right? I don't think they got the first seed wrapped. It's already done, correct?
Yeah, it's done. It's a wrap.
All right, so they might pack it in, and then Broncos gonna get that easy cakewalk. They in the playoffs.
They got to pack it in because they need to rest Mahomes. They need to rest Kelsey. They're old team.
No, they definitely need to get Mahomes healthy. I mean, the dude's ankle is hurt. I don't care what he's done. He's still hurt.
They might. That's the thing, though. Remember that they're gonna end up if they let the Broncos in. They're gonna end up playing the Broncos.
No, they get the bye. The Broncos will play the Bills.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, I forgot.
Broncos play the Bills, and that's gonna be a hell of a matchup.
That's gonna be a hell of a game right there. Yeah, we want to see Bro Nix in the playoffs, right, Mike? We want to see.
I want to see Bro Nix. We call this shit during draft time. Everyone's you ain't gonna do shit. Broncos suck. All right, look where you at now. Ain't nobody said a damn word. Nobody said nothing bad about Bro Nix.
Yo, he had how many? I think he had like 6 or 7.
He already said they're resting. Normal guy already said it's already confirmed. They're resting the team. Bro Nix is walking into the playoffs, but
they're in the playoffs, and they might beat the Bills.
This mofo.
And they might
Carson Wentz ain't doing the job, dude. He ain't getting the job done.
Not again. No. And they're gonna play
full steam ahead.
They're gonna rest all the receivers. You gotta rest.
They're gonna have like nobody out there.
Yeah, like you.
There'll be people walking the street that they can bring. Hey, you want to play a game for a day? Come on in.
Juju Smith-Schuster will be out there. That's it.
Yeah, he'll be out there. He'll have 100 yards. Like, dog. Are you trash, buddy? Get out of here.
Yeah, you trash, bro. Right.
Well, the Giants get a win, which glad. Look, Finesse jumps on.
I told you
you're pissed off. I know you the Giants got that win because now that's screwing shit up for you guys in the draft pick. Woo, Cleveland about to slide right up in that first pick. It's about to be crazy. 45 unnecessary points. You are absolutely correct.
Right.
Unnecessary to get that win. I mean, Jesus.
That was the first time they scored over. I think it was over 35. Somebody texted me and said that's the first time they scored over 40 in like 5-6 years, and they did it on the worst day ever.
Yeah, they did it when they did. Why are you trying to show out right now? The Giants needed to just say, "Hey, we resting everybody. Everybody's sitting down and just fucking." But nah, they went out there and played their hearts out, and look at them now.
Malik Neighbors must have had his cell phone fantasy championship. He like, I'm
Finesse, depending on where you go, you still might get Shador. Shador still might come to you because I think you only fall to the 3rd spot. Depending on how all this ends up being.
I think Shador. I think that's where he's going to go.
The 4th spot, depending on how everything's go.
Yeah, I think Shador going third between 3 and 6, 3 and 5. So he right there. You might have a team that try to get him at 2, but or 1, but I doubt it. 3 to 5, maybe.
I mean, unless the Browns do that shit, the Browns play the Ravens, and they're still battling for the division, so the Browns are going to lose that game.
Yeah, the Steelers and the man. Look, it's a must win. It's a must win for the Ravens and a really must win for the Steelers. They play the Bengals next week. Oh, I'll tell you what.
And they go fight. They fighting, dude. That's
I'll
gonna
tell
be
you
fighting.
what.
That's gonna be getting finesse. New England don't need a QB. Tennessee does need a QB, but I don't know if they'll go that route right now. I think they still might be. I don't know what they're gonna do. Oh, look, in the bowl game, Shador had giant cleats on. See what happened? Look at that, cost him. Why are you wearing that shit?
That's what Mike said. He had them giant cleats on and didn't ball out.
Nah, they asked me what happened on the offense.
He said Finesse said he wasn't wearing them Jones.
I swear to God he was. I saw the cleats. I don't know if he was wearing them during the game, but he had them on at some point. He had the cleats on at some point, whether it was pregame or whatever it was. He did have them on.
He said he didn't have them on in the game, but if you wear them,
he didn't wear it during the game. All right, so he had them on pregame or whatever. But yeah, he had them things on.
And he caught the L.
Caught that big L, boy. They got beat on. BYU just beat on them, dude. Damn, I mean, BYU had more rushing yards than Colorado did the whole game in the first run of the game. BYU took off on one run, and then the whole game, that was it. Then Colorado couldn't beat that.
Mike, let's talk about them Miami Dolphins and them Cleveland Browns.
I mean, we ain't got to talk about it. It's trash. Look, the Dolphins got the win, man. It was. They did exactly what I wanted them to do. Lose.
Yeah, they did. They did the right. They did the right thing. Beer Cave was out there with his son. Shout out to Big Beer Cave out there.
BK was out there. My boy Rio. I don't know if you ever met Rio.
Oh yeah. He was. Oh yeah, I forgot about Rio. Yeah,
Rio was there with his old lady. I saw that. There was a couple people I know that was there. But
look, at that game, I'm all way in here. They sent me a ticket to go for free, and I said I wasn't going. They was giving them Browns tickets away, Mike. At this point,
shit. I mean, I would have went just to go to a game, but I'm down here.
You would have, if they'd have sent you a free ticket, you would have went for real.
If New England and Tennessee win this week, and the Giants lose their last game, the Browns go 1, Giants go 2. I'm pretty sure that's how it'll fall. I'm pretty sure that's how it'll go. It'll go 1-2. And I don't know if the Browns take Shador.
You know they're going to. You know they are, Mike.
I don't know. I don't know.
You know why they're going to take him? The same reason why they took Deshaun Watson. Because it's all in the name. I
don't know if they're going to look at Cam Ward as a guy they like better. But to be honest, how do you pass up Travis Hunter? That's a wide receiver who could play corner if you absolutely need him out there. I don't know how you pass up on that dude. The Giants can do that because they got Neighbors. They don't need him. So the Giants would get their quarterback. Then Travis Hunter would have went to the Patriots. If I'm drafting, to be honest, it's either Travis Hunter or I'm finding a team that has 2 first-round picks this year, and I'm trading.
I'm taking Travis Hunter, like you said. When's the last time we've seen a two-way player other than Deion Sanders? This kid might be, low dim prime time. Like, you can't pass on that. He playing both sides. You'll find a quarterback in the second, third, fourth, trade a quarterback or whatever. But like you can't pass on him.
Money's been freed up, so you can grab. I would trade down. Depending on how the Giants and what they would give up and what would happen, I would definitely move down a spot. Let y'all take Shador, us take Travis, and then do whatever else. I'm all for that because I'm not big on the quarterbacks. I like Shador.
Normal guy said they should take offensive tackle.
I'm not taking an offensive tackle number 1 in the draft. If we had like number 10 and did a Jed Willis thing again, maybe, but I'm not doing that in the top 5. Joe Alt has done amazing things for the Chargers as a left tackle and was drafted in the top 5. Hey, the Titans do need linemen. The Titans probably, because they're probably going to be at 4 or 5. Yes, I can see the Titans doing that move. 100%.
Yeah, the Titans. Normal guys, right? The Titans, yeah, but yeah, at the number 1 spot, you cannot pass up on Travis Hunter or somebody that you got on your board that you're gonna plug right in and start.
Hey,
Damn.
Finesse, I'm telling you right now, the Titans are going to win this week. People are being benched, dude.
Yeah,
As
it's
long as the
slandered.
Giants do that shit too and just say, hey, we're going to lose, you guys will be 2. As long as the Patriots and Titans can get them wins, because people are going to pack it in. Houston's already done packed it in.
Finesse, this what you do. Next week against the Eagles, play your all your backups on defense. Let Saquon Barkley get that 101 yards in about a quarter and a half. Then we can bench everybody, and then y'all had a best draft pick.
See, yeah. No, they'll have number 2. They won't be better than us, but if you guys beat the Eagles, you go to 9. So what you need to do is let Saquon get his shit.
Let Saquon get his
Let
record.
Kenny Pickett continue to do his thing, because Kenny Pickett's going to be the one man in it no matter what. So let Pickett do his shit. Saquon will get his.
What's the name? The third string came in there and threw 2 touchdowns against the Cowboys.
I know.
McKee, yeah. So McKee might start, but McKee better than Kenny Pickett, honestly, if you watch the preseason. But the Giants cannot win this game at all. There's no way. They cannot win this game.
I don't know about no Pickett pump fake. I didn't watch it. Scully, well, what about the Pickett pump fake?
So what the fuck was that Pickett pump fake? I don't know. I tried not to
watch. To the ground and it bounced right back up in the. Oh, I saw that. That's one of those football follies. He was boom, and spiked the ball.
Like bro, I don't. Dude. When I found out Kenny Pickett was playing, I didn't even. I was too worried about noggin. When I saw McKee come in there, I was like, yes, the third string's better than Kenny Pickett. So I wasn't really paying attention at all. I'll tell you the truth. But I did see that dumbass play though. And I'm like, yeah, that's Kenny Pickett little ass hands. He can't even hold the damn ball, man. Like if you watch him, sometimes the ball always slips. He's holding the ball, he's dropping back, and the ball slips out of his hands because his hands are tiny and he got gloves on. So he can't grip the ball. So if you even smack his elbow or even come near his arm, that ball coming out. Baby hands.
Baby hands. Yeah, that pump fake was crazy. He threw it into the ground, it fell, and it bounced right in the Barkley's hands.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
But the Buccaneers beat up on the Panthers. The Jags do their job. They beat Tennessee. The Dolphins beat the Browns. Now here's a game. Vikings-Packers go back and forth, back and forth.
Game of the week.
J Love doing his thing. Sam Darnold doing his thing. I mean, that was a hell of a game to watch too. And Sam showed you, hey, he went down the field and won this game. I mean, he did. He proved everybody yet again for the second week in a row, like, hey, this isn't just an anomaly. I'm for real this year. You say the Vikings are frauds. Well, how the hell they win 14 games?
And they got the best, and they might have the best defense in the league.
They got a good ass defense. They got the great offensive weapons. And Sam Darnold's, again, 4,100 yards, 35 touchdowns. I mean,
the problem with the Vikings is their running game. When they go up against Detroit and they go up against the Eagles, who are stout against the run, I'm with Finesse on that. How good is Sam Darnold going to be when you can't run the ball and you got cornerbacks? They double team Jefferson. Now you just got to play guys one-on-one. The Lions and the Eagles can do that. So that's why I think the Vikings in trouble.
Here's the stats. Sam Darnold's 33 of 43, 377 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. The run game, they only rushed the ball 12 times with Aaron Jones for 47 yards. They didn't even give him no real touches.
They don't run the ball much. They really don't.
I mean,
they got Akers back there, and you see Akers.
Akers got the ball 6 times for 18 yards.
That's why I said, if you cannot run the ball in Detroit or in Philly, you're not going to win. So
I think they're going to be all right. I think the Vikings will be all right because Detroit's got to win tonight, which they should. I mean, they play the Niners.
Yeah, it's going to be a blowout.
This is going to be crazy because it's going to come to the last week.
Don't the Eagles? How did the Eagles got the number 2 seed locked up, Mike? How's that? Do they have? So I'm looking. They said that yesterday, and I'm like, wait a minute. Don't the Vikings don't have a chance to get the 2nd seed still? We got the same.
They can't. Whoever wins that division might be able to, but
the Vikings. Oh, okay. The Vikings and Lions in the same division. So okay,
yeah, they fighting each other. The Eagles 2 seed is locked. Almighty says 2. So Eagles got the 2 seed.
So tonight's game's meaningless. Yeah, I mean the Niners.
Yeah. What's going on, Ma? I love you.
What's up, Ma? Happy early New Year's. Yeah, the Niners it's gonna be a blowout tonight. The Niners are just thinking about next year. There's no Newsom putting nobody out there.
No, I'm losing games because you need a
You need a
a
good pick.
draft pick. You need to get right.
Yeah.
And listen, if you don't trust Sam Darnold now after all he's done now, you got to give it to him. The dude's done it. It's the playoffs. Now we got to see it. We'll see what he does in the playoffs and who they play. And then, yeah, the Eagles are going to play the Packers or the Commanders, and that playing the Packers is something you do not want right now. Not with the way these guys have been playing. The Commanders, I think you guys would get yours, even though you lost that game the other day. But that was, again, the concussion. Some shit happened.
Yeah.
But the Packers would be a different type of monster to face.
Yeah, but remember how the Brazil game opened up when the Eagles put 40 up on the Packers with 3 turnovers on offense.
You're right. You're right. That was a
crazy. We could have put
game.
50. The Eagles could have put 50 up in Brazil if it wasn't for Jalen Hurts and that offensive line not being able to snap the ball for the first quarter. Playoffs is different. You're right. But our defense
is different. Very different.
The difference is the Packers are strong, but the Packers showed me something yesterday in the loss to the Vikings. The Packers are not on that level of Detroit, Minnesota, and Philly yet. They right where they need to be. Wild card. So, and the Eagles defense, what you think, Mike? What? Hurts is playing?
Hurts is not playing.
Nah, nobody's playing but Saquon Barkley in that line. That's it.
Saquon in the offensive line probably going to play so he can get that 101, and then he's out the game too.
I think what's going to happen is they're going to run the ball like crazy for the first quarter and a half. They're going to see, obviously, the Giants are not trying to win this game. They're going to see if Saquon can get to 50, 60 yards by halftime, he will play the second half. If the Giants come out and try to shut down Saquon and make it a passing game, then I feel like they're going to pull him at halftime. We're going to see at halftime how many yards Saquon got. And then, we'll see what happens.
He got that concussion still. He's just going to be coming off that concussion. So it's better to rest Hurts than to push him out there.
See, this is my problem.
If he can play, I go out there and play him with Barkley for the first half and then pull him if he's cleared.
See, that's my problem with the whole thing. And that's when I was just talking about. Nick Sirianni did it for 2 years. He played no players in the preseason. And then when I just said about that Brazil game, that first quarter of that Brazil game against the Packers, 3 turnovers. They're rusty. Nobody played in the preseason. I'm with finesse. You got to lightweight throw Jalen out there I don't care if it's for a quarter. Let him do a little something and then throw him in. Because now this is 3 weeks he'd be missing? If he don't play this week, 2.5 weeks. He got hurt last week, missed this week, don't play next week. And then you throw him out there against the Packers and the Commanders. I think you should play. I think the starters need to play the first half. AJ Brown said he's not playing. He already said that. He ain't playing.
Well, let's hope the Giants are. For your sake, Finesse, I hope the Giants are smart and they pack it in and they just say, hey, we got to try to get this number 2 spot now. Got to do it.
Like, fuck Saquon. He could have that record. We gave him away. That's y'all fault. Fuck it. Take the loss. Take the loss. Whatever, Saquon. Go get your – matter of fact, give him 100 yards in the first quarter and just be done with it. Fuck it. It's over.
Yeah, just let him take off one good time down the field.
Right. Like, yeah, he could get 70 on one play. Just be like, all right, this is the play. Let him go. Because we don't want to get injured.
Make it worth it. But yeah. But then you had Sunday night's game. It was the Commanders Falcons, and this ended up being a crazy ass game. We're talking about Penix came to life, showed you, hey, I'm here, I'm real. Everybody called me bullshit, but guess what happened? 2 fourth down and long. The dude converts these damn things and goes down the field, ties his game up. It goes to OT, and then Jaden Daniels does his thing, wins the game. But damn, Penix showed you. He definitely came to life and showed you, hey, this ain't no bullshit. I mean, what do you have? He was 19 to 35, 223, a touchdown interception. But I mean, he did his thing.
Yeah, he made the Atlanta Falcons look stupid. Like there was no need in bringing Kirk Cousins there. There was no need. There was no need.
I get if you signed him like that. I understood why they did it. They front loaded the contract for the first 2 years, so that way this year it would have been Kurt if he was healthy. Would have been good. Then next year you have Kurt, and if he starts slipping, you can throw it to Penix, and then you could trade Kurt, and he has no money left on his contract because the Falcons would have paid it all. That's why they front loaded and said, "Hey, we'll pay it all in the first 2 years, mostly. That way, when we do trade him, it's an easy trade."
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Oh yeah, Kirk could be becoming a Giant because he's going to be released early March. Yeah, he could be a Giant.
Yeah, y'all still think Kirk Cousins got something left?
I need him to be 100% healthy. I think he was still his injury was still bothering him. What do he have? An Achilles or an ACL?
Even Terry Bradshaw said his arm looking ragged.
His arm do look noodleish, but
it looked noodleish. He never had it. He never. Raymond Noodles.
Look at this.
That's how I get when that.
It looked like overcooked spaghetti. Just fucking. Yeah.
That's how when the noggin's over, that's how his arm looks.
Oh yeah, your arm be tired as hell.
Hey, I'm glad Finesse here, Mike. Mike, I'm glad Finesse here. I don't know what you talking about for the last 15 minutes, but you put up something about the Hall of Fame class going in, a phenomenal class going in, right? And I said, and Mike gonna turn around and say, just because I'm an Eagle, he don't deserve in there. No. Michael Strahan, hands down, first day ballot all day. Finesse, this for anybody in the chat. Is Eli Manning a first day, second Hall of Famer?
Yes,
Mike. Yeah, I know, motherfucker. I know how you feel, motherfucker. Because you on Facebook, like, fuck, come on. I'm like, okay. Let me explain my thing with Eli Manning. And I know everybody's been talking about this for his last 10 years. Of course, Finesse gonna say yeah. He brought
you gonna say no.
No, the only reason, no, I didn't. He's not. He is a Hall of Famer. Okay, is he a first ballot? No. Should he have to wait? Yes. Why? I don't think he's a first call ballot Hall of Famer, Mike.
Listen, he is the only reason why Tom Brady don't have like 10 rings. The only reason. There is no other reason. He is the reason.
Like I said,
he is the reason why there is no undefeated season.
That defense is the reason.
Oh, they part of it, but did the defense lead that drive down the field?
Okay, one damn drive. Okay, wow.
It happened in both of them. Listen, man, Eli Manning might not have been the dog that we all thought about. He took a lot of hits. He threw interceptions. But when it came to playoff time, he got the damn job done.
You know what? And a lot of players do. But does that mean you get a jacket on your first call? No.
Quarterbacks get jackets on the first call. What are you talking about? You know what this is.
Let me ask you something. And I said this. I'm comparing Eli Manning to Joe Flacco. Is Joe Flacco a first round?
How you going to compare that? Joe Flacco got 1 ring.
Because Joe Flacco should have had 2.
He could have had more than that, but they couldn't get past the hump.
Exactly. So,
but Eli got past the hump and beat the best team in the league for decades twice.
Knocked over my look. Joe Flacco, the defense. Eli Manning is a Hall of Famer. He's a great player, but I just think there should be a difference between guys getting it on the first day. Now that class is crazy. I looked at that class you put up.
It is crazy.
I looked at the class, and I love Eli. Don't get it twisted. Just because I'm a Philly dude. And
whatever.
I love Eli Manning. I love Tiki. Tiki Barber is one of my favorite running backs. Tiki Barber is a Hall of Famer. Michael Strahan, one of my favorite linemen of all time. Let me just finesse. Don't get it twisted. I got Michael Strahan jersey. I love Strahan. He's one of my favorite. I hated when we played the Giants because he would fuck Randall Cunningham.
The gap.
Amari Toomer, like not a Hall of Famer, but raw as hell. There's a lot of Giants players that were
Cruz.
Yeah. Tiki Barber with the ball. With the ball near his chin. That boy was raw, but I love the Mannings. I love Eli because he's funny. He a Manning. Who doesn't love the Mannings? But he Joe Flacco with an extra ring, Mike. That's all I say.
No, I can't. I'm not gonna say he's Joe Flacco.
No,
he said you gotta be a secret guy, man.
No, I just look. Finesse. Finesse. I'm on the I'm just giving you y'all
Hey,
props.
hey,
That is
Finesse. He an NFC East fan when it comes to the rest of the league.
yeah.
That's what he'll be. He'll be always be an NFC East fan. He'll want that division to do better than anybody else, unless you're playing the Eagles.
Facts. Mike known me for 20 years. That is exactly right. But no, he's right. He's right. I'm always going to ride for the East because they call us the least. Other than I'm not a big commander. There's not a lot of Doug Williams. That's it with the Washington squad. But no, I just named y'all three.
Heisman. Yeah, I mean, you had
I
some
just
good
named y'all
players.
four top players of all 5 top players as Giants. Mark Bavaro, Lawrence Taylor, Michael Strahan, Tiki Barber, and not Eli Manning.
What you mean? They all in the Hall of Fame, and Eli going right in.
Point. Sims better than Eli Manning.
And he a Hall of Famer.
That's you just made my point.
You said Phil Sims is better, and he's a Hall of Famer.
First ballot. Eli Manning's not first ballot Hall of Famer. He got to wait.
Hey, Phil Sims didn't have to play against who Eli did.
Phil Sims had to play against the almighty Cowgirls.
There was some goats. There's some goats that Eli had to go against. Tell me there wasn't.
Tom Brady.
Tell me there was not no goats. No dogs. I mean, he had to go against the GOAT. Then he had to go against some dog-ass teams. I mean, you facing McNabb and Terrell Owens all the damn time, and Dawkins. Then you facing the damn Cowgirls, and then you facing who else is riding at that time? The Packers with Rodgers and all that shit through all that time. I mean, you had on Russell Wilson and all them. You had to go through all that just to get into the Super Bowl and just face Tom Brady and then take his ass down twice.
My Eagles were trash other than 2 years with Terrell Owens. Trash.
You had to go against some shit when he was coming through.
I know. Look, I'm not saying Eli Manning not raw. I'm not saying he's not a Hall of Famer. But does he need to? Is he first ballot? Should he just step in there with the rest of them dudes?
Step right up in there.
Nah, bro. But you know what? I feel like if you get 2 rings, name me a player that got 2 rings that ain't a Hall of Famer. That led the team. So,
well, yeah, that was a quarterback. Yeah, there's just not a lot.
Yeah, so the rings help. Everybody has this conversation with Eli, even when he was playing. The rings help. That catch on the helmet helps. But Michael Strahan sure do help that. He need to share it. Michael Strahan, him and them, they need to get the same. He need to get Michael Strahan jacket. They need to put Michael Strahan jacket on Eli. Kind of bulky.
Scully forgot about the Eagles Super Bowl. Yeah, he forgets about the shit he loses.
Ain't nobody want to talk about old shit. Y'all bringing up old shit.
Would you bringing up old shit?
Y'all bringing up old shit, bro.
Career almost 60,000 passing yards, 366 touchdowns. I mean,
all I remember is, hey, Finesse, I got a shirt. I'm gonna rock the shirt for you. When he get inducted. All I know is Eli Manning's face all the time when he threw the interception. Like, he had that neck, Mike. He had that neck, like, damn.
Do you have Nick Foles jersey? You should. Nick Foles should be the jersey that every Eagles fan has.
I don't even got a Nick Foles jersey. I don't.
You trash for not having that, man.
I ain't got a Nick Foles jersey. I got a Malcolm Jenkins and a Brandon Graham. Nick. Hey, I don't need a statue. I mean, I don't need a jersey. He got the statue out there. So I'm just thinking,
man, this dude in the playoffs was sick. Eli Manning in the 2 Super Bowl years he was in there, he threw for, well, the one year was 1,200 yards. The other one was 800 something yards. He was 6 touchdowns, 1 interception. And in the 2011, he had 9 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Finesse, actually, Nick Foles gets a lot of credit for that game. But if you're going to call it what it is, that was Carson Wentz's team. Let's just call it what it is. Right, Mike?
But Carson Wentz didn't lead him to the Super Bowl and win it.
He would have. He would have.
No, didn't happen. No,
he would have. Y'all all know that Carson Wentz was the MVP of that league. Having a spec, he built his whole NFL career off of them 9, 10 games, 12 games he played. He would have won a championship. But Nick Foles,
he ain't winning shit.
Nick Foles is the Mariano Rivera of the Super Bowl with the Yankees, the closer. So I love Nick though. That's my dog.
Nick's a dog. He truly is.
He is.
Hey, before we get off, let's talk about the Hurricanes versus Iowa State, whatever bowl it was. Cam Ward at halftime, he gets the touchdown record, says, I'm done at the Pop-Tart Bowl. That's what it was. I'm done. I'm sitting and getting ready for the draft now. Got his personal record, goes and sits down and watches his team lose by 2 points.
Stop playing at halftime.
Yeah, straight walked out and said he was done after halftime after he got that record. What kind of trash-ass dude is that? I wouldn't draft that dude. That dude just showed you the character he has. He was all about himself, not about the team. You are already playing. You played one whole half already. Play the whole damn game. You got the record, build on the record, and win the damn game and solidify yourself as you come out of college football and you're stepping in to be a pro. Solidify yourself. Lost by 1. Solidify yourself.
So he didn't want to take the L with his team. He just wanted the record.
Yeah, he wanted the record.
Mike, what did we talk? Man, look, he's the
I
same.
don't want Cam Ward in Cleveland at all, ever. I don't like him as a QB. I'm not a fan.
Because you think Cam Ward, I don't think Cam Ward will last on the Browns. They have 2 losing.
That was before this incident. I didn't like him before this. This solidified it for me. If I'm any team in the top 10, I wait until next year to draft a QB. I'm drafting there's like 6, 7 defensive players that can go in the top 10.
That's terrible, man. You know, we was talking about the 49ers dude walking off the field. He young.
That's exactly what Cam Ward did. He walked off the field and watched his team lose by 1 when he could have been out there and won this game, got a W walking out of the Pop-Tarts Bowl and said, hey, I'm ready for the professional level. Now you just showed your damn character, showed your ass. Now everybody looking at you like, dude, what kind of motherfucker is this? Ain't nobody want your ass.
It just shows you he ain't ready for the profession. And like Rob just said, he would be. That's funny how you say he would be perfect sitting behind Watson, because that's where he gonna sit, behind somebody, because he's not a leader. He's not gonna start in the NFL like that.
Stock rising for Kyle McCord. McCord did a lot of shit this year for Syracuse. He was a hell of a guy, but I mean, he's not somebody I'm having run my squad. And again, Colorado got blown out by BYU, but Shedeur was still out there every step of the way.
That's a man of look,
every step of the way.
He's got
the L on his chest and said, hey, we lost. And then when he was asked in the post-game press conference, he goes, hey, what happened out there with the offense? What was wrong with the offense? He straight looked at the guy and said, everything. Nothing went right.
The blocking, the throwing. And that's what you want. That's what you want as a quarterback. You want somebody to take it on the chin. Word.
What do I think about Melrose? I think he's a broke man's Lamar Jackson. I think he's a great value version of Lamar in a sense. I mean, maybe he could run, but I'm not high on him. I think he could be one of those dudes that's just out there, but he's going to, if he doesn't get to be crazy like Lamar or like a Jalen Hurts and doesn't get on that level up there, he's going to be just sitting there. He's never going to do anything.
I think Milroe, you just said it. I think Milroe is like a Jalen, but he's got to have that Jalen mentality of wanting to get better every year. If he don't have that mentality, then you're right. He's going to be Anthony Richardson. So,
all right. Hey, before we go, hey, listen, next week I got surgery. I'm getting my gallbladder taken out. I don't know if there's going to be a show. Depends on how I'm feeling after I get out of surgery and how fast, the anesthesia wears off, or maybe I'll still come on anyways, all messed up and try to do this show. Maybe get a little noggin while I'm doing the show.
Yeah, why not?
We'll see what happens. But hey, look, everybody viewing right now, hit the like button. Hit the like button. Go to our YouTube at the Man Cave 8172. Hit the subscribe button. Make sure you're ready tomorrow. You got Sports Madness. We will be going off Thursday, off the rails. We'll be doing our award show. Yeah. Me, Scully, Jay.
The three-headed horsemen here on Thursday.
We should all be there Thursday. And then Saturday, we're going to go live.
The open mic.
With the open mic, talking everything but sports, big-time relationship stuff, the old school way of loving. And
hey, finesse, them Giants garbage, bro. Quit it.
I was probably going to look down like he was giving some noggin when he did that shit.
Because I got my mic all the way near my noggin just in case you walk in.
All right, man. Hey, we appreciate y'all jumping in. As always, make sure you hit the follow, the subscribe. Go to the YouTube at the Man Cave 8172. And until tomorrow, salute to everybody.